welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel I am super pumped because I have the purple potato in the booth. I have been waiting, it feels like probably about 8-9 months at least for this. On my channel I do reviews like this. I also do news. One of the main reasons I started doing the news channel was this figure. My news was actually just based around Hasbro type stuff originally, and then when I saw this dude, I knew I had to tell people about it because this is so cool. And now we finally get to take a look at this bad boy. As we always do on this channel, we take a look at the box first, and the box is pretty interesting. It's purple, as you'd expect. It's nice and purple, with the kind of CAD drawing here at the front, which is pretty cool. The lemon tree symbol really does kind of pop off. Reminds me of some kind of arcade game or gambler or something for some reason, that logo. And on the front we have the LT-03 purple potato. These dudes usually do Nightverse type things. This is their first entry into something that isn't part of the Nightverse realm, certainly that I've seen. On here we have the back of Shockwave. On the top we have just the Revenge, and then on the side we have the front of Shockwave. On the back we have some more CAD drawings of the Revenge, and we're told don't eat your children because they have small parts, and this is not for sale. So not for sale. I bought it. Also, we have some destructions with this, and these destructions can get in the bin because they are truly terrible. There are some parts on this, you know, when you get into some of the, like this panel here, where I've got some old eyes these days, I think. You need a magnifying glass to deal with these destructions. Yeah. Now it's time to look at the main event himself, Shockwave, aka the purple potato. First of all, let's give it up for the name. The purple potato is quite possibly the best name I have ever seen for a third-party figure at all. The purple potato is gonna take a lot to beat that, right? Then the figure itself. So this version is stunning in this. It's not perfect, and we'll get on to why. You can see a little bit there. I'll get into why I think it's not perfect. But having said that, it is pretty killer in this mode. This is the mode I bought it for. This is actually the mode that I will display this figure in. And they have done an incredible job. Hasbro, look at this. Look what Shockwave could transform into, and look at some of the crap that you've given us for Shockwave. And I just think this is an absolutely beautiful rendition of the Revenge. Also comes with this stand, which is really nice, but have a little closer look at it. Look at the purple, the molded detailing as you go through the figure. These jet engines with the touch of silver as we go through it. These bits all articulate, so you can kind of have it however you want. These fins really look really cool. These are blast effects on the back, and I'll show you the light upness on that. And then we have the engine here at the back. The only part of this that really does kind of fail a little bit is this. So you see this gap I've got here, and a gap that I have here. Now, during the transformation, this is the most difficult piece to transform. It really does take a lot to try and transform this section, and I think it's because the feet are too big to actually go in here. So this part doesn't transform the way that it should, which does let this mode down a little bit. But apart from the little challenge that you have holding all this together, everything else is nigh on perfect. Some really interesting things. If I just turn it over, I can show you the way that the stand connects in. So the stand actually here connects into the bottom. You unplug this, I'll show you on the transformation, and this becomes part of the figure, so it's not just balancing, it is actually there and in on the stand. Another cool thing about this figure is that when you're in this mode, or when you're doing the transformation, this is actually held together by magnets. So you can see here, so it does tab together, but also to keep it super strong, it's magneted together. That is really clever, great engineering there. On the side here, these elements here do actually light up, but they don't light up just in the normal way, they light up in a really cool way. So there's no switches on this. What you get instead of switches is you get this little piece of pink plastic here. It will focus. This little piece of plastic here with a magnet on it, and you just touch the underneath and you can see that that lights up, and then also you can see that that lights up. So you can see that that's pretty cool. So the effect pieces that go on there light up really nicely there, so you get some nice rocket shots at the back that just looks super cool. Straight out the box, this dude actually is a little bit of a kit. So this effect piece you put on here, and these bits here as well, these slide inwards during the transformation. You can see they go in and they also come out, and they're very stiff. I'm very concerned about damaging these when I take them out, but they do. These are bits that you add in, so you get it does take a little bit to put together, but all these bits can stay on during the transformation. I take these two off though, just to avoid any breakages, and when you see the transformation you'll probably understand why I do that. First of all, time for the comparisons before we do the transformation, and we'll start with the Doctor Wu version of Galvatron, who looks pretty cool next to it. Obviously not entirely the correct scale, but I think in a picture, in a photo, he looks quite nice next to it. He's the smallest Galvatron I have. I think you will get a smaller one if you get in the big ass Unicron, so maybe that will scale even better. Next up we have Kingdom Cyclonus, so we can see how they look together. Obviously Cyclonus should be a lot smaller than this one, but they look very, very nice together. We can bring out an MP version of Optimus Prime, so you can see how they scale in their alt modes. Transformation time on this dude, and the first thing we're going to do is slide this piece in and slide this piece in, and just remove these pieces for now because I don't want them to bend, break, or have any issues whatsoever. So I'll take those off along with the two effects pieces that this comes with. So all the blast effects are off. Now we're ready for the transformation. Flip it over to take the stand off. So unclip the stand there. You'll start to see as you're doing the transformation that all these hinges, like this one here, these are all metal. So a lot of the joints that are on this, because a lot of the joints are metal, very few are actually plastic, which is quite interesting. And then you just separate this like that, and then yeah, I'll just take the stand off. So the stand is now away, and this section here can just stay as it is for now, because I'm now going to work around the back. So the first thing we do is untab this and untab this, and then these back sections that are here, you just need to find the one that separates. I think it's here. It's all linked together there. There we go. And then they're on this kind of ball joint inside. So if I separate there, and then you'll see that they just kind of unfurl. So there's a ball joint that they're on there, so they kind of wrap out like that. Once you've done that, you can come around to this side and untab the front, and then untab this as well. So you've got these two pieces here untabbed. After you've done that, you can undo the legs. Put these side panels back. do the same on the other side. You can hear the knee joints already. Really great ratchets and joints in this figure. That just slides back round. And then turn and turn. So with the legs out, you want to just fold these feet out first so that you've got room to work. Just fold it all the way out and fold this. Unclip that and just kind of bring it and fold it back in so it will go into the side area there. This foot will turn. It is just a little bit stiff. And they're gonna face this way. This is the back. What we're looking at here is the back of the leg. So open this. This then needs to create almost like a wrap around feel so that it'll just fit in the leg like this, because this piece here is going to go underneath, buckle into here, and then this buckles on top of that. So you do have to maneuver a little bit, and then this piece should buckle in there, and then it's a matter of just maneuvering everything around here so that this will buckle onto there. Yeah, like that. And then you've got the leg done correctly. So you have to do that kind of wraparound thing inside it so you can get your finger in. Then here on the foot, just swivel the foot around, bend it, and then tab it back in, and then you've got your foot. And then you come around this side and you do the same on the other side. You just lift this up, bring this down. Really stiff joints here, which is great. This side is a little bit different because you've got this to contend with here, actually on the same side as this, so you do need to make sure that this is really, again, making that hollow section in the middle of it so that you can swing it in without it scratching up and getting damaged on the other side on the plastic there. We can just keep bringing it in. That's it. Once we tab this section in here, and then this section just tabs over there. There we go. It takes a little bit of doing the first time you do it. I've probably transformed this about 3 or 4 times now, so it takes a little bit of doing these 2 legs the first time you do it, but just bring the foot around and then you've got it. So there's the legs fully transformed. While you have the body like this, we're gonna bring everything back. So you've got this bar here, and you need to just kind of move everything back so that the front of the body is flush with this section here, and then you can roll this back because this is going to clip like this. So you need to roll this section. So you roll it from, you probably got them like this. You're going to want to roll everything back so that you can see that these 2 clip together, and at this point you can just clip this together, and just so that it's easier for everybody, we can just flatten everything off so you haven't got as much stuff hanging off the back, but you can just clip that in there. And then the same with this one, you just clip it in, and then you've just got less crap hanging about as you're trying to maneuver everything around. So you've got the backpack done there. This section here, you can maneuver this just down for now. So you've got little hinges on this, so you can just rotate that down and rotate this down just for now while we're sorting out the front. So we're now into the final section, and the first thing we do is flip this piece off here. This was so easy to do with the, there we go. Get the head out. There is not much clearance for this head, so just be very careful with it as you bring out, because it has these massive head spikes, and it has got the two holes for the head spikes to get in, but they can get a little bit caught, but we managed to do it without any problem that time. So that just transforms there. Then come around the front and we can separate this, but first on here, on tab. This all feels really nice when you're doing this section, by the way, as well. I really like the transformation of the chest. The legs I can take or leave, but the chest is really nice. Fold these sections in, make sure they go in, otherwise if you fold them out, that's not how the transformation takes place. So fold them in and then you can move everything just back. Then you've got the arms, move up the chest piece here, make sure that this sits correctly on its tabs, because it does have two tabs at the back, and what just happened there was mine got caught behind those tabs. So just make sure that you've got the tabs in the correct places, and then you can just move this section back up, and again just make sure it sits over the tabs that are there. Rotate the arm to allow it to come through. Oh, that's right. And there we have the chest, classic looking Shockwave chest there. This section here, which is one of the only actually plastic hinges in the whole thing, still quite sturdy, but one of the only plastic ones. Hinge the whole body back. These two sections here, they go in. Once these two sections are up, you just put this up like so, and you put this up like so, and then we have this section, and then you can just tab the backpack in, and then you've got his body all pretty much transformed. So now all we need to do is the final section here for his arms. Start with the tops here, so we can maneuver the arm so its back goes up, and then that little port just closes at the top. So up and over and close it off. These sections can go there. Actually, we'll maneuver these the way that they're supposed to be just to get them out of the way. So you just hinge these down. Then this arm, unhinge everything here. This hand here comes out. This is also where, and I can show you this now, so you can see this is a piece that will just come off. So this is something you have to put together yourself when you first get the kit. So that just slides in there. You can fold his hand out, and then this section here, now with this here, just to make sure that you don't damage anything as well, this clips out. This bit here, this bit needs to go on the inside. So as you bring this arm back, you need to push this section in. If you don't push that section in, the arm will not transform correctly, and you'll be sat there shaking your head wondering what the hell is going on. So just make sure that you get that. So again, it's an untabbing of the arm here. This section comes out like that. This bit goes back, but just again, that tab there needs to go backwards, and the hand here needs to come out. Push the tab in, close off the arm, and there we have our potato. So here we have the purple potato in all his glory, and I'm glad to say that they really did an outstanding job in this mode. In my opinion, I didn't buy it for this mode, but this holds together better and is probably stronger than the other mode, even though for me, I will be displaying him in his revenge mode rather than his shockwave mode, but this is an outstanding mode. Again, Hasbro, look what you could do. Look what you could do with Shockwave. Absolutely fantastic. Backpack, not as big as you'd expect. He has a backpack, but I think it's a cool, funky looking backpack. The head sculpt as we go through is absolutely fantastic. Really cool looking Shockwave head sculpt. Classic Shockwave chest here. Lots of molded detailing on the chest area. Lots of different shades of purples and dark greys and dark silvers. Really nice the way that they've done all of the molded detailing here, even on the hands. All of the side bits, smooth plastic where you want it, molded detailing where you want it. Metal on this figure. Let's talk metal. So we have metal feet, metal hinges here on the backs, metal hinges here on the sides here. It's such a well put together figure. Absolutely impressive. Articulation wise is great articulation. He has a full 360 on his head, and the head can go up and the head can go down. Really stiff, lovely ball joint. He has a full 360 on the arm here. Even with the backpack on, he can still do some clearance. He has really nice overextension here. You've got like a double hinge here on the arm as well. Overextension really on the arm, so you can get really nice full arm twist as well, which will do a full 360. Hand articulation, lots of finger articulation, thumb articulation, and also you'll get some hand twist as well. Beautiful. Full 360 at the waist as you'd expect, and also ab crunch as well, and back as well should you need it. Also back and front, and front, yeah, really nice, very strong ratchets. I mean, listen to this now. Oh yeah, metal ratchets inside here, very nice. Oh, and back, beautiful. Knee joints, strong knee joints there as well, and toe articulation all over the place on a rocker, on movers, all kinds of things. And these are metal as well, so all in all, fantastic. Can he ninja kick though? I don't know if he can ninja kick. He has got some thin little tootsies, so I'm not sure if he actually could ninja kick. So nah. Nice little touch on this is the light up features as well. So the battery for this is stored right in the noggin, which is really good. Very nice little touch, easy access there for this dude. And then we can just go ding, touch and go. Awesome. Same with the backpack here. A little bit more difficult to find on the background, on the backpack. You kind of got to find the, there we go, the sweet spot on the side. There we go. So he lights up there, and that's how he looks in his fully lit up format. So probably what you're thinking right now is, he's a nice looking Shockwave, he articulates alright, he's not bad. But that's not Shockwave, he's got two hands. Ha-ha! So all we do now is we pull off his little handy, we delve into our bag of tricks, and we come out with a cannon and a metal spring and a nice little plug here. So the plug here goes into the backpack and the spring goes into the arm here, and there we have Shockwave with his cannon. And that looks just incredible. I mean, this is metal, so it feels really premium, feels really nice. Only issue I have really is just that this doesn't light up. This lights up. It would have been nice for the light to be able to carry through this. That is my only challenge. You've got a blast effect that you can just put on the front here, but just to give it that over the top kind of premium, if this had lit up as well, that would have been absolutely killer. The only other pieces that I would add to this would be those pieces that I took off before, and you can see from the transformation why I did that now. but for the full look, we just add in those spikes there, and we can see how cool this guy is. Absolutely incredible. For this version of this, I have no qualms, no complaints. Okay, so time for the comparison, and again, just for comparison, I will bring out Dr. Wu's Galvatron again, so we can see he's a lot bigger than your Dr. Wu Galvatron. They look quite funny together. Then Earthrise Cyclonus. He's a big boy anyway because of his head, but we can see he's a lot bigger than that. And then just to see how he scales with your Masterpiece figures, here's Masterpiece Prime, and I think he scales pretty well with Masterpiece Prime. So my final thoughts on this dude, would I recommend him? He has his flaws. I wanted to adore and absolutely love this figure because I've been super hyped for it, but it does fall down in a couple of ways. The transformation into this mode is okay. The transformation into the Revenge, certainly around the legs, is hard at best, frustrating, a nightmare to get it, and even then you don't quite get the look because you do have that gap. So I can't give it all the top marks that I want to give it because the legs, I feel, are a little bit of a nightmare and don't transform as should. However, having said that, what they've done with both modes is still very good. The fact that there is metal in each one of these joints to help it last a longer time is a really stunning addition, and much better than we get with a lot of third-party figures. This, as a little bit of a gimmick, I'll absolutely love and adore. So the pros far outweigh the cons of the figure, and when you do get it into both forms look amazing. So I would recommend it, with a slight caveat just around the Revenge and the leg transformation itself. Not perfect, but still absolutely gorgeous. Let me know your thoughts on this and everything else down in the comments. What is your experience with the legs on this dude? Am I just transforming him incorrectly? Could be. Alright guys, thanks for checking out my video, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!